Okay, then we will look at the global scenario first. So this might be the most popular map regarding the global jellyfish catch produced by Dr. Lucas for his PhD in 2016. So you can see the red color patches distributed. They are mainly distributed in Asian region where the highest jellyfish production takes place. So you can see the arrow pointed towards Sri Lanka, and yes, here. Uh, Actually, recently we found a small jellyfish fishery in Bangladesh as well. So it is not included here. There is no any jellyfish fishery in Maldives. It's sure, because I asked from some of my friends from there. There's no fishery in Maldives, but there is a fishery in Pakistan, uh, India, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. So when considering the Sri Lankan scenario, in Sri Lanka we do not have a delicacy for jellyfish. Therefore, in Sri Lanka, value for jellyfish is 0 or negative because of its hazardous nature. Due to the exportation value, we have considered it as a good potential and a highly valuable group of species. Jellyfish fishery is an extra opportunity to support the livelihood of fishermen in our country, making them valuable for bycatch species. So you can see the members in the supply chain of this industry. There are about 1,650 fishermen and around 17 intermediate collectors and around 8 processors. They are involving in this fishery in Sri Lanka. So these are the two edible types of commercial species harvested in Sri Lanka. Crambiula orsini. It is somewhat green in color, not in red color like what we can found in Kerala coast. And the Lobonovirus gracilis, they actually harvested respectively from the south, east, and northwest coasts of the country. Here you can see the distribution of temporary processing plants activated along the coastline during last 2 decades. Kirinda, which is located on the southeast coast, and the Puttalam on the northwest coast are the main areas where this fishery take place. When we are considering the mode of fishing operation for bowl type fishery, it's a group activity done with mechanized boats in sea off the coast of southeast coast. The white type is harvested by individual fishers by using non-mechanized canoes mostly in lagoon areas in the northwest coast. However, in both the cases, scoop nets are used to catch jellyfish. So you can see the processing of jellyfish. Here, the bells and oral lumps are separated, washed separately and processed separately. And finally, they are sorted according to the size of their pieces and packed in plastic buckets and send them into their the industrial market in refrigerated containers. Right. Now you can see the production of bowl type, the Campbell Rossini in Sri Lanka. So as you can see in the graph, the production has taken place in only in 4 years during the last 2 decades, 2007, 8, 10, and 17. So the maximum production was reported in 2008, which is around 1,200 metric tons, and the least was in 2010, which was about 50 metric tons. So our main buyers are Vietnam, China, Thailand, Taiwan, Maldives, and India. Here you can see the production of white type during the last 2 decades. So the production has taken place in 2008, 11, 15, and 17 only. So the maximum production about 40 metric tons was reported in 2011, and the least was in 2008, which was around 9 metric tons. So our the buyers for Sri Lankan white type are Taiwan, Vietnam, and Singapore. Here you can see the flow of jellyfish products, inputs, and supporting services among the main stakeholders of jellyfish value chain in Sri Lanka. So in jellyfish value chain in Sri Lanka, there are 2 paths from fisherman to the buyer. So one is directly from fisherman to processor. They are also the exporters, because usually they are having the export license. So another one from fisherman to processor through an intermediary collector. In most of the cases, an intermediary collector involves the value chain. So the role of fisherman is they harvest jellyfish and deliver to the intermediary collector within 2 to 5 hours, and they receive the product, the raw material. Then intermediary collectors weigh them and deliver to the processors within an hour. And also intermediary collectors usually supply lands and labors to the processors, and processors receive the raw material and they process, pack, and deliver to the international market within 7 to 30 days. Right. Here you can see the cost and returns per kilogram of jellyfish through the supply chain. The interesting thing is in Sri Lanka, we do not waste the bill part or the oral arm. So we use both parts. Here capital A and B, arms and bill. So as you can see, the higher demand for Campbell Orsini is on oral arms, but when considering the Lobonomeris gracilis, the higher demand is on the bill. Right. Not only prawns, actually there are some cons as well in this fishery. So when handling the raw material, there are many health issues in handlers. So there may be some damages to mangrove cover in the processing based activities. So they providing breeding sites for mosquitoes, actually mostly from the abundant cement tanks on the beaches. So sometimes the beaches make unpleasant, and sometimes the soaking tanks emit bad smell to the environment. It's not good for the I think health for the villagers. So our future perspectives. So hereafter our fishery cannot be expanded. So we have recommended two another edible types, another potential species for the fishery. So the species are Cambion masticophora and Ropiloma hispidum. So we have introduced new fishing grounds as well. And so not only that, so we are recommending to export the products not there as bulks. So value added products should be exported rather than exporting the processed material in bulks. So I like to conclude my presentation like this. Sri Lankan fishery, jellyfish fishery is a highly seasonal one. And two species are exported from southeast and northeast coast of the country. This fishery is so much important for our economy. So more attention should be paid to minimize the adverse effects of the fishery, and there's a potential to harvest two more edible types from Sri Lanka. So thank you very much.